Hello everybody, Pacman 5698 here again, and I am currently recording this on the night of September 18th, 2011, so that means that it's only another month before the dream of Batman video games we like to call Batman Arkham City is going to hit the shelves of game stores everywhere. So in this video, I'm going to be talking not only about all the hype I have for this game and many others do, along with talking about Batman Arkham Asylum, but also my previous experiences with other Batman games. I'm going to be talking about all of that in this video. Well, I do have very high expectations for Batman Arkham City, as I've said before, but before I go into detail about what I expect Batman Arkham City to be about, I'm just going to start with some of the previous Batman games I've played. Like, I've played Batman video games going back as first Batman game for the NES, based off the 1989 Tim Burton movie. Now, of course, I wasn't alive back then to actually play it, but for the first Batman game that was actually popular, it clearly showed that there was a brighter future for Batman in terms of video games than there was for Superman. One of the first Batman video games ever made is ridiculously similar to Ninja Gaiden, with wall jumps, also cutscenes, and projectiles. But okay, although I don't think it's a rip-off, it's just borrowing some of the elements. But it's classic Nintendo Entertainment System 8-bit side-scrolling. I like that game. It's very hard too. I haven't beaten it because it's a very hard game, but it's addicting. It's a very addicting game. You know, you can punch enemies to death, you've got shoryukens, you've got your batarang, you can wall jump all over the place. The music's awesome, the cutscenes are awesome, and the graphics are excellent. It's a great game that perfectly reflects the awesome movie that it was based on, despite the fact that pretty much the 1989 Batman video game ignored completely the plot, completely ignored the linear plot of the Tim Burton movie. So yeah, the first Batman game, I really like that. Then there are a lot of Batman video games which I haven't played, but I found out about them because AVGN on his internet show made Batman video game reviews parts 1 and 2, and he's reviewed some bad Batman games, you know, such as Batman on the Commodore 64, Batman Return of the Joker on the Game Boy, Batman Revenge of the Joker on the Sega Genesis. Those games look very bad. I'm not even going to check them out. Revenge of the Joker, again, Revenge of the Joker for the NES has some great music, even better graphics, but then again, the gameplay is more mindless. It's practically a Contra clone, just with Batman on it, and to be honest, when's the last time you saw Batman actually shoot a gun? So, Revenge of the Joker on the NES, it's not that I don't like it. I haven't played it, but I'm fine with not playing it in the future. Then there are next-gen Batman video games. Well, not next-gen yet. There are a few. There's this Batman video game on the Super Nintendo, Batman Returns, based off the other awesome second Tim Burton movie. That video game looks really good. I mean, really good. It's just like a classic beat-em-up style Batman video game. You know, Batman comes in, beats the living crap out of Penguin's goons, and the boss battles are great. I hope Nintendo puts that, I hope Nintendo or PlayStation Network puts that game online. Then there are more next-generation Batman video games. To be honest, although I haven't played it, I don't even have to play it to know it's the worst Batman video game ever made, because Nightwing pretty much nailed it down. Batman Dark Tomorrow looks like the worst Batman video game ever made, because, to be honest, what's kind of scary is that Batman Dark Tomorrow kind of has a similar past to, well, what we're looking at Batman Arkham City right now. Batman Dark Tomorrow was supposed to be the perfect Batman game. You would free roam in Gotham City in the Batboat, Batplane, and you can interact with everything in the city. The music was supposed to be like this full-out blown orchestra, which was supposed to have, you know, some awesome music, and it was supposed to have groundbreaking AI. I don't know if it was supposed to be, I don't know, early Euphoria, but the AI was supposed to be great. The controls were going to be awesome, so Batman Dark Tomorrow was supposed to be like the perfect Batman game. And what did we get? Well, instead we got a Batman game loaded with virtually unplayable glitches. Then after that, we, I don't know, had some awful controls. Pretty much all of the AI was abysmal. Like, seriously, play the game. The AI is absolutely terrible. The camera pretty much was your enemy. The camera was your greatest enemy. Batman getting beat up by gutter trash, as Nightwing said, is just something I can do without. But yeah, Batman Dark Tomorrow looks terrible. The worst Batman video game ever made. Nightwing, I agree with you. But then there's this other Batman game I may play called Batman Vengeance. I'll gladly play Batman Vengeance just because it's based off of the animated series, the last season of the animated series, The New Adventures. That looks like a good Batman video game, but the main part, but for me, the Batman game I'm actually familiar with, in which I played it from beginning to end. I looked at a lot of the extras. I still play it to this day. Is, of course, say it with me, Batman Arkham Asylum. And I haven't played a lot of superhero games in general, but so far, Batman Arkham Asylum is the best superhero game I have ever played. It's just everything about Arkham Asylum was top notch. One of the things that was convenient for Arkham Asylum to me was it was pretty much like the animated series. It's just that it was a little bit more dark, and it had a lot of suggestive themes. But yeah, the Arkham Asylum looked very similar to the animated series. A lot of the villains, like the Joker, Harley Quinn was in Arkham Asylum, and she was invented in the animated series. Kevin Conroy returned as Batman. Mark Hamill returned as the Joker. That was friggin' awesome. I don't know, but I think Oracle, aka Batgirl, aka Barbara Gordon. I don't know why, but I think she's voiced by the same actress who voiced Batgirl in the animated series. So yeah, also the over-the-shoulder camera view was perfect. You can control the camera in every way. The combat was awesome. The creators, Rocksteady, knew that their combat was very impressive, that they actually made a mode dedicated to the fighting. It's awesome. Although Euphoria was already done with the canceled Indiana Jones game and Grand Theft Auto 4, Batman Arkham Asylum had some great Euphoria, and especially the slow motion camera angles. Just watching Batman hit that bad guy square in the face, square in the stomach, sweeping him off his face in slow motion. That's friggin' awesome. That's really, really good. Then there's the stealth element. By God, I haven't played a lot of stealth-centered games like Metal Gear Solid 2, but I would actually... I could play them just because of Batman Arkham Asylum, because the stealth was great. Sneak up on a bad guy, quietly take him out, Then after that, I don't know, what else is there? Hang over a gargoyle and then just lift the bad guy up and hang him by his legs so that all the blood rushes to him. Seriously, the AI and fighting in this game was excellent. The graphics were awesome. I love the atmosphere of Arkham Asylum. Everything looked fantastic. Then there were the villains. By God, every single last villain in this game is looked at enough, and they're just friggin' awesome. They're Killer Croc's back. Who else? Killer Croc. Also, of course, there's Harley Quinn. Nice to see her back. Poison Ivy's also back. By God, I think the Scarecrow has a really, really, really good design in this game. Seriously, the Scarecrow looks awesome in this game. Bane's back, though it's fairly short, but when Bane's there, it's cool. The boss battles in this game were excellent. Then there were the trophies. It's just Everything about Arkham Asylum was fantastic, and all of the bonus content was also impressive, all these different maps. But actually, I think Arkham Asylum was one of the reasons I got a PlayStation 3 over an Xbox 360 because if you bought Arkham Asylum, well, if you buy Arkham Asylum on the PlayStation 3, you'll get the opportunity to play as the Joker. You cannot get the Play as the Joker pack on Xbox Live, but you can get it on the PlayStation Network store. And playing as the Joker was pretty fun. You know, instead of stun, you get laugh gas. You know, Joker just, I don't know, using Chattering Teeth Dynamite was pretty awesome. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I got That's one of the reasons I got a PS3 over a 360. Arkham Asylum is better on the PlayStation 3. Another thing that made Arkham Asylum enjoyable was the fact that it was a perfect balance of stealth, fighting, and puzzles. You know, it wasn't like a completely puzzle-centered game where you might as well call Batman Arkham Asylum Gogol 15 with bats, and there weren't too many there wasn't a whole lot, there wasn't too much fighting to the point where it seemed like Arkham Asylum was just an endless beat 'em up. And the stealth was also there, and the pacing was good. It just felt like a game that was huge and epic, but at the same time you could still enjoy. It's not like the game just gave you too much. It was balanced. I think Arkham Asylum is one of my favorite games now. So now the sequel's coming out. Batman Arkham City to be released on October 18th, 2011. Now, finally, I'm sorry about this. I'm finally going to talk about Batman Arkham City. So, Batman Arkham City is supposed to be another definitive Batman game in which you can progress in the story in a non-linear style, unlike Batman Arkham Asylum, where the order of events always had to happen in the same order. You can play each of the stories one at a time. There's going to be even more villains in this game. There's going to be the Penguin. The Riddler's actually going to appear in this game physically. He's not just going to be this voice that's insulting you as you solve his riddles and find his trophies. Harley's going to be back, Poison Ivy's going to be back, but two villains in particular that I am looking forward to are Two-Face and Mr. Freeze. First is Two-Face, because Two-Face, aside from Joker, is the greatest enemy of Batman, and he's such a tragic character because Harvey Dent, who is Two-Face, was once one of the best friends of Bruce Wayne. He had a fiancée, he was going well with his political campaign, but in the end, he destroyed half of his body and he turned into a paranoid, schizophrenic crime lord in a way. He was such a tragic character. It's very depressing to see Harvey Dent be reduced to Two-Face, but then again, at the same time, it's cool to see him as Two-Face. You know, he flips the coin, he decides which ego is going to get the best of him. So I'm definitely looking forward to Two-Face. Then there's also Mr. Freeze, who is another tragic villain. Luckily, this time they're going more for the animated Mr. Freeze and not the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze. Sorry, Arnold, but the animated series had the real Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze had this motive for being so evil and so sadistic. You know, he almost lost his wife, and even when Sub-Zero was made and she was alive, he couldn't be with her. He just had all this emptiness he couldn't cure. He wanted everybody else to feel his pain. So I'm really looking forward to how they depict him in Batman Arkham City. Another thing about Arkham City is, of course, this is going to gobble up even more memory than Arkham Asylum. You don't just have a prison, you have an entire city, and from what I've gathered, the plot is that Batman has been preparing for the day he goes into Arkham City for practically, I don't know, it looks like months. Like getting all of his gadgets would seem to take up a month. Speaking of gadgets, I've heard in this game, unlike other games like Legend of Zelda, where you have to not only get new abilities and gadgets, but regain all of your gadgets and abilities that were taken away from you. In Batman Arkham City, it just cuts all that crap. It just gives you all the gadgets you had at the end of Arkham Asylum, so you can start gaining new gadgets and abilities in Arkham City. Very similar to Banjo-Tooie. It's going to be nice to see Joker again, but I think we got enough of him in Arkham Asylum. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It was great to see the Joker voiced by Mark Hamill again, and, just to all of those witty puns at the same time as bad puns, giving Batman all of this crap, causing all this trouble, but I think in Arkham City, it's time for the new villains to step up. Like, give Two-Face and Mr. Freeze their chances of being the ultimate villain. But still, Mark Hamill voicing the Joker, still, I'm totally down with it. But I wonder what Joker can do. Spoiler alert, the Gotham police had to drain all that venom from him, and he's just in this horrible, horrible state. He can't laugh too much without coughing, and he lost a lot of his teeth. So, what can the Joker do, period? But, oh well, down with Two-Face and Mr. Freeze. But another thing I can add to Arkham City characters is Catwoman. Catwoman is another thing I'm looking forward to in Arkham City because with Catwoman, it's not just, Batman reskinned. It's not just like, the controls of Batman just repackaged into, like Catwoman. Catwoman is this totally different character. She's more gymnastic, she has her own bullwhip, she can go places in Arkham City that Batman can't, and to be honest, I'm actually going to bet she's going to be able to jump better than Batman. But when you play the game from Catwoman's point of view, you're essentially playing the game from a different perspective because Catwoman is essentially a criminal, but she will help whatever society she wants to help if she knows that there's trouble in it. But after she saves the day, she'll just go back to being a common criminal, just, using all of her gymnastic skills to steal jewelry or whatever. It's going to be cool to see Batman and Catwoman interact with each other too, whether it's saving each other, solving crimes together, unraveling the dark secrets of Arkham City together. And another interesting thing about these two is that Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne actually like each other. In fact, it could be that they now love each other because in this episode of Batman the Animated Series, it's called Perchance to Dream, and basically everything is going right in Bruce Wayne's life. His parents are still alive. He's marrying the woman he loves, and who's he marrying? Why, it's no other than Selina Kyle. Another question I have is, how will the game switch between you playing as Batman to you playing as Catwoman and then back? Will you be able to select whichever character whenever you want to? It seems possible because this is a non-linear game. It's not like you have to switch between Catwoman and Batman, at the same time over and over and over again. I would actually like it if you could switch between them anytime you wanted to. Maybe it's similar to, I don't know, Super Mario 64 DS, where you go into a certain building or room and you just come out with a different character. But my biggest question about Batman Arkham City is this going to be a full-blown sandbox game? Because that's one of the things that I was expecting with Arkham Asylum when I bought it, because I didn't look at all the hype. I thought this was going to be almost a sandbox game, but with Batman Arkham Asylum in the story mode, I was kind of disappointed that, yes, you can free roam around Arkham, but, there's no respawning criminals. Once you beat up all the criminals, they never respawn. You can't ride around Arkham Asylum in the Batmobile, Batboat, or Batplane. So will Arkham City do it? Will Arkham City deliver everything Batman Dark Tomorrow didn't? Will you be able to play the game for hours on hours and on hours and not actually get into the story? Will criminals respawn endlessly? Will you be able to do random encounters? Is this going to be like a GTA Red Dead Redemption Batman? Because if it is, then this is going to be one of the biggest parts of my life, pretty much. Yeah, this game is going to be larger than life if it is a sandbox Batman free roam game. So, yeah, that's my greatest question about Batman Arkham City. Is there anything else to say about Arkham City? I think I've pretty much said everything. Also, because of all of this anticipation, I think that Batman Arkham City is one of the most anticipated games, if not the most anticipated game of the new decade, of 2011. It's as early as 2011, and already this is one of the most hyped games of the decade. This is pretty much on par with Modern Warfare 3 as one of the most anticipated games, of 2011. And now, as an added bonus, I'm going to tell you all the pre-order bonuses for this game, at least as far as I know. Pre-order bonuses are slowly becoming more and more popular, whether it's for Halo Reach or Red Dead Redemption or LA Noire, so if you plan to pre-order the game, I hope this information will help you decide which bonus you want. I am going to start off with the pre-order bonuses that are available in the United States. Pre-order Batman Arkham City at GameStop or their website and you will get the exclusive Joker's Carnival Challenge map. Pre-order Batman Arkham City on Amazon.com and you will get a DC comic book based off the game. Pre-order Batman Arkham City at Best Buy or on their website, and you will be able to play as the Boy Wonder himself, Robin. Pre-order Batman Arkham City at Toys R Us or on their website, and you will get this exclusive Batman Arkham City vintage action figure. Now for the pre-order bonuses available in the United Kingdom. Pre-order Batman Arkham City at GameStop or their website aka gamestop.uk and you will get the Batman Beyond skin. Pre-order Batman Arkham City on shop2.net and you will get the Batman 1970s skin. For those of you in Australia, you're in luck. Pre-order Batman Arkham City at JB Hi-Fi and you will get a chance to play as the Boy Wonder himself, Robin. For those of you in the Netherlands, you're in luck too. Pre-order Batman Arkham City at GameMania.be or BE. I'm sorry I don't know how to pronounce that website because here in the United States I'm not familiar with GameMania.be, but pre-order Batman Arkham City at GameMania.be and you will get a chance to play as the Boy Wonder himself, Robin. Well, those are all the pre-order bonuses I know of. This video is all I have to say about Batman Arkham City until it actually comes out. I'll see you all later. I can't wait. I bet a lot of you can't, and bye-bye.